B-Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. So, basically this is a video that, these are basically vital points, vital keys to victory for the man Lamont Peterson to gain a victory against Errol Spence, you know what I mean? I don't know, some of y'all might think it's far-fetched, Lamont Peterson has no chance, but I think the man Lamont Peterson, if he employs these particular tactics that I think if he uses, I think he can come out with the victory. First and foremost, Lamont Peterson, man, big ups to him, Headbangers, Jim Washington, DC all day. Big ups to the 202-301. Hold your head, massive. Here we come, man. B-Marsh Boxing back at it. Lamont Peterson has to stay off the ropes. Errol Spence is a very good fighter, you know what I mean? I think Errol Spence has a very good jab, you know what I mean? His jab is one of his best weapons, you know what I'm saying? But he's not particularly the most accurate puncher, nor the most straight puncher with his left hand. But his jab is accurate and it sets up punches. But the man Lamont Peterson got to stay off the ropes. If you go ahead and watch that Kell Brook versus Errol Spence fight, what happened when Errol Spence started picking up momentum? He hurt the man Kell Brook, and he had Kell Brook on the ropes round 9, 10, and 11. These rounds, Kell Brook was on the ropes. For the most part, when Kell Brook was fighting with the man in the center of the ring, he had some success, you know what I'm saying? But the man Lamont Peterson got to stay off the ropes, man. That's one thing. He got to stay off the ropes. Another thing he got to do is he got to learn not to be pulling back, you know what I'm saying? Pulling back with his chin all up in the sky, in the air, you know what I mean? You see, the man Lamont Peterson, he's not the best as far as head movement, bob and weave head movement, but he pulls back, you know what I'm saying, in close quarters, you know what I mean? He's a man who can pull back, and he can't really do that often with the man, even at all really with the man Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? He got to keep a tight defense where if Errol Spence is throwing them combinations, because Errol Spence combinations are not straight 1-2s, you know what I mean? Straight punches straight down the pipe, you know what I mean? He's a hooker. He's straight up and down the hooker, and that's one thing that the man Lamont Peterson cannot do, try to engage with a hooker. You want to ask Lamont Peterson what he thinks about that? Tell him to go ahead. Think about that fight he had with Lucas Matisse. Hooking with a hooker is detrimental, man. He can get hurt real bad. You see, Lamont Peterson got dropped, I think, about 3 times. 3 times with the same damn left hook by Lucas Matisse, you know what I mean? Lucas Matisse caught him with the same damn punch, and Errol Spence is a hooker. His left hook is lethal, and Lamont Peterson, he got to stay off. He got to keep circling to his left, you know what I mean? One thing that Lamont Peterson can do well, and I think he's definitely more has the faster feet, you know what I mean? Faster feet than Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? Errol Spence is more flat-footed, kind of like Danny Garcia, you know what I mean? But Errol Spence is not just a straight up and down pressure fighter like some might suggest. Errol Spence does have boxing skills, you know what I mean? He's not just a pressure fighter. But the man, Lamont Peterson, he has to be awkward as hell, man. He has to be awkward as hell to the point where Errol Spence is kind of confused by this guy, Lamont Peterson's strategy. You see, Lamont Peterson's strategy when he fought the man Danny Garcia, a fight which I do believe, I thought he won. I thought he won easily. 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5 at worst. You know what I mean? But the first half of the fight, he was employing a lot of movement, you know what I'm saying? Of course, that's what you should do with Danny Garcia. But he wasn't really throwing his right hand over the top of the man Danny Garcia's jab. And that's one thing Lamont Peterson has to do. Stand in the fire and shoot his right hand, straight up, right hand over the top when he gets in, when the man Errol Spence is throwing his jab, you know what I mean? Which he does have a really good jab, like I said, Errol Spence. Lamont Peterson got to double his jab up and be waiting to counter and shoot that straight right hand, straight down the pipe. And it's money all day, man. If Lamont Peterson keeps his left foot on the outside, it's obviously going to be an orthodox versus southpaw fighter, right? If he does that and Errol Spence is throwing them left hooks, throwing punches, trying to throw his left hand down the pipe, Lamont Peterson, boy, it's a wide open for you, baby boy. Straight right hand down the pipe, you know what I mean? Circle to your left, keep that straight right hand down the pipe. Look what he doing to Kendall Holt, you know what I mean? Throwing them combinations, hooking combinations that the man Errol Spence is synonymous for. And that's actually when Errol Spence breaks down to his opponents, when he's throwing them combination hooks. Not combination 1-2 straight down the pipe, combination hooks. Not no boxing thing, body punches and hooks, you know what I'm saying? Left hooks and right hooks to the head and left hooks to the body, but he sets it up all with the jab. And that's where Lamont Peterson got to be careful, you know what I mean? Not to be hooking with the hooker, and he can't be in there trying to trade with the man, you know what I'm saying? Lamont Peterson is not really a hard punch, not a power puncher, but he's a hard puncher. He throws hard. He sets up his feet. He also could be flat-footed when he wants to, and that's obviously to generate power, you know what I'm saying? You check it. So this fight actually right here you see in front of y'all was live in the building for this fight. Lamont Peterson versus Derry Jean at the DC Armory, Washington, D.C. But Lamont Peterson, man, like I said, if he stays with his left foot on the outside, you know what I'm saying, and the man Errol Spence is trying to shoot punches, you know what I'm saying, from close quarters, because Errol Spence is a guy who likes to close the distance more than go shoot from the outside. He starts from the outside with his jab to work his way on the inside, you know what I mean? But if he does that, and if Lamont Peterson, that pulling back stuff, I'm trying to tell you, man, it's going to get him caught. It got him caught versus Lucas Matisse, pulling back Muhammad Ali style, which is not conventional. That's not no textbook type of fighting, especially for defense. But he's going to have to keep a high guard, and he's going to have to be careful of the man Errol Spence, who does throw them overhand lefts when he's in close quarters, like when guys are tangled up, you know what I'm saying, like chest to chest, head on man's chest. The man Errol Spence is known to be throwing that left overhand, you know what I mean? Overhand left over the top. Lamont Peterson got to be careful about that. But I think if the man is awkward, as far as not just using two halves of styles of fighting the way he did with Danny Garcia, you see how he fought a kind of boxing movement, lateral movement, a lot of foot movement and motion movement in the first half of the Danny Garcia fight. Then the second half of the fight, he was more the pressure fighter, had Danny Garcia backing up, you know what I mean? And he really can't do that, because that obviously cost him as far as the judges were concerned, you know what I mean? The man Lamont Peterson got to mix it up. Throw different looks at the man Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? Each and every time, each and every second, he should be moving laterally movement, and he also got to be willing to stand in the pocket when the man Errol Spence is shooting his jab. Shoot your right hand over the top, and he's going to catch him all day. Kell Brook did it, and the uppercut, when he steps off to his left, you know what I'm saying, avoiding the man's left hook, moving to his left, the right uppercut or left uppercut is wide open all day for the man Lamont Peterson, you know what I mean? Hey, man, I think, Lamont Peterson, he ain't hit the deck since that Matisse fight, He's a guy who I've seen hit the deck numerous times, you know what I mean? Prior to that Matisse fight, Timothy Bradley, Victor Ortiz. These guys have put Lamont Peterson on the deck, but you know what? I think the man has learned from that. Headbangers Jim Barry Hunter has taught the man, you know what I'm saying, to keep his chin tucked, you know what I'm saying, not to pull back, which Lamont Peterson still does at times, you know what I mean? I just wish he would have better head movement, bob and weave head movement, Mike Tyson style, and that would confuse the man Errol Spence big time, you know what I mean? But I just think if he uses these vital points that I mentioned, you know what I'm saying, he's not going to hit the deck like many people suggesting. I think he's going to go 12. And you never know. It might be a close fight, you know what I mean? In my opinion, if Kell Brook and Errol Spence did fight, I think Lamont Peterson would win. Going into that fight, going through round after 9 rounds, Kell Brook versus Errol Spence. I had the fight, I had Lamont Peterson. I had it 5-4 in favor of the man Lamont Errol Spence. That shows that it was a close fight, you know what I mean? Kell Brook did have his moments in there, but it's up until his eye got shattered, you know what I mean? And that was actually the beginning of the end. But make no mistake about it, both of these guys, Errol Spence and Lamont Peterson, will be coming in as super middleweights that night. Believe you me, them fellas coming in over 165 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. These are going to be two heavy hitters throwing bombs. Lamont Peterson, like I said, is not really a power puncher, but he hits hard, especially in close quarters. Body shot game, Errol Spence wins that all day, but it's not because Lamont Peterson don't got no body shot game. It's just that the man Errol Spence hits harder with the body shots. If the man Lamont Peterson tucks his arms in close, keeps his left hand up like a telephone, you know what I'm saying? And ready to shoot that right hand at all times, you know what I mean? Unlike the first half of the Danny Garcia fight. Throw that right hand, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just going to win throwing on the jab and moving around. You also got to make the man pay, especially when he misses. Those are the keys to victory, in my opinion, for Lamont Peterson. I think he can make it a close fight. I think it'll be an interesting fight. Not no blowout by no means. And if it is, hey, more power to whoever wins the fight. Be Marsh Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. And let me know what you think about these keys to victory for the man, Lamont Peterson. Be Marsh Boxing. I'm gone. Peace.